Welcome back, everyone. The Puranic episode I'm going to share today has two parts. The first part is the origins, which is a well-known part of the Puranas among the Sanatana followers and can be found in Bhagavata Purana. The second part is of an avatar that has millions of followers, mostly in the southern part of India. As we have seen time and again, whenever there is a shift in the balance of energy in the universe, Lord Mahavishnu takes on one form or the other. And the form he takes is usually based on what the situation demands. Long ago, one such imbalance was caused by a crazy Asura called Bhasmasura. Bhasma means ash, and Asura was a prefix given to those with Asura tendencies. He was an ambitious Asura who had some kind of obsession with burnt ash. But he was also an ardent bhakt of Lord Shiva. He did rigorous penance to please Lord Shiva, and after many yugas of penance, Lord Shiva, who was pleased with his efforts, decided to appear before Bhasmasura. He asked Bhasmasura what he was seeking for. And usually when a person with Asura tendencies seeks something, it is never for the common good. Bhasmasura wanted the power to turn anything into ash by just a mere touch on their head. And so Lord Shiva granted him this power. Bhasmasura wanted to try this power on Shiva himself, just to make sure he was not tricking Bhasmasura. As he approached Shiva, Shiva had to disappear from there and escape. But Bhasmasura chased him. This whole episode was being watched by Brahma and Mahavishnu. They also realized the gravity of the situation, and with this destructive power now being unleashed in the hands of a vengeful Asura, they immediately sensed the sudden shift in balance of energy in the universe. Lord Mahavishnu knew what was need to be done, and he quickly transformed himself into a glowing, beautiful, celestial woman named Mohini. The name Mohini itself means that which is to be desired. And so Mohini appeared in front of Bhasmasura, and Bhasmasura was instantly distracted from his chase of Lord Shiva. Mesmerized with the beauty of Mohini, he desired to make Mohini his consort. When he approached Mohini and proposed his desire to her, Mohini said she would only agree to it if he could match up with her in a celestial dance-off. Bhasmasura felt quite confident about the challenge and agreed to it. Mohini started dancing and made sure Bhasmasura was copying her steps exactly. And after a while, Mohini made a dance pose in which she touched her own head. Bhasmasura, now totally immersed in his dance-off, never thought for a moment and copied the step. The moment he touched his own head, he burned into a heap of ash. Thus, Lord Vishnu, in the form of Mohini, restored the balance of universe. Lord Shiva came back from his hiding and thanked Lord Vishnu, who was still in the form of Mohini. Lord Shiva said that there should be a deity created by the male energies of Lord Shiva and the feminine form of Lord Vishnu, which would always be there to protect Dharma and maintain the balance. Lord Vishnu, now in the form of Mohini, agreed and used their respective energies to create a new deity who was named Dharma Shastha. Shasta loosely translates to a teacher, and Dharma Shastha means he was the teacher and protector of Dharma. Shasta was a true bridge between Shaivism, who are the followers of Shiva, and Vaishnavism, the followers of Vishnu. The earliest mention of Dharma Shastha can be seen from scriptures and artwork dating back more than 2000 years ago. Now let's get to part 2, which is Shasta's incarnation. There are more than one version of this event, but all versions lead to the same main theme, the restoration of Dharma. After Mahisha, the great Asura, was killed by Durga Devi, his sister Mahishi was furious and wanted to take revenge. She was in the form of a she-buffalo and went about rampaging the forests of southern India. It was time for Dharma Shastha to intervene, and so he decided to take birth as an avatar on earth. At this time, the great king of Pandala was not blessed with a child yet and had been praying to Lord Shiva for a child. And one day, when he was hunting in the forest, he stumbled upon a baby boy with a golden divine bell or a mani around his neck. Hence, he was named Manigandan, or the one with the mani around his neck. As years went by, Manigandan had grown into a fierce warrior and a true recipient of the knowledge of Vedas. The king of Pandala decided to name him his heir at the age of 12. But by this time, the queen had also given birth to a baby boy, and she wanted her biological son to be named their heir instead of her adopted son Manigandan. So she came up with a plan to get rid of Manigandan. She pretended to be very ill and forced her physicians to lie to the king, saying that the only cure for her illness was through a special medicine that can be only made by using tiger's milk. Even before the king could ask, Manigandan volunteered to take up the task. So he went into the forest to fetch tiger's milk. the very forest where Mahishi was creating havoc. Dharma Shastha, now in the form of divine Manigandan, fought with Mahishi. The battle went on for many days and shook the whole forest. Finally, Mahishi was defeated and killed. Mahishi had turned into a demon due to a curse and was waiting for Dharma Shastha to set her free from the curse. After she left the body of the demonic buffalo, she came back to her original beautiful self and requested Manigandan that he married her. But Manigandan had vowed to be a brahmachari or a celibate all his life and refused. But as Dharma Shastha, he blessed her to be worshipped as a goddess along his side in the name of Maligapuratamma. Manigandan returned home to his adopted parents, riding the very tiger from which he provided his mother the promised milk. Now realizing the divinity in him, she admitted to her mistake and begged for forgiveness. Manigandan decided to leave his royal life and family behind to merge as one with the universe. The events so far has been narrated accurately in multiple scriptures, but the story from here on has many versions. One popular version is that the king of Pandalam, realizing that Manigandan was divinity, requested Manigandan that he be allowed to build a temple or a resting place for him. Manigandan agreed and shot an arrow into the forest. And that is the spot where the famous temple of Sabarimala is situated today. The other versions include that of Manigandan being Ayyanar or Ayyappan. Ayyappan is a tribal warrior deity commonly worshipped in southern part of India as well as Sri Lanka. Be it Ayyappan, Ayyanar or Manigandan, he is one true incarnation of Dharma Shastha. This sculpture here shows the scene of the little boy prince Manigandan heading towards his mother by riding on the back of a tiger. This sculpture is my devotion to Lord Ayyappan. Hope you enjoyed the story of Manigandan or Lord Ayyappan. Thank you.
Manigandan.